the La Crosse Common Council will consider a proposal tightening noise restrictions during night hours across the city. News 8's Madeline O'Neill joins us now with the details.
Brittany, right now a lot of the noise restrictions in La Crosse are left up to officers' discretion, but now a city council member is proposing to change it, hoping to make it more clear-cut for both officers and residents. A proposed city ordinance is trying to keep the city streets and even waterways a little bit quieter.
Our current sound ordinance, although it is good, is difficult to implement for our police officers. This will give our police officers who respond to noise complaints some additional tools which employ reasonableness regarding quality of life.
James Turf, one of the 2 city council members who proposed a change based on reports and other community guidelines, says the current laws using decibel levels are a bit confusing.
75 decibels, 60 decibels. How loud is that?
Sergeant Randy Rank says they don't usually carry decibel meters, but have a good idea of what's too loud.
Our officers are going to make that decision that, this is excessive, it's keeping the neighbors awake.
Still, he says the ordinance could make things easier.
There would be a little bit more of a bright line for our officers in regards to enforcement of the ordinance.
The new proposal says sound should not be heard more than 100 feet away, from 10 at night to 10 in the morning, which includes residents, businesses, and even boats.
I'd like to think it's a little unnecessary. I think if you have really a big issue with maybe your neighbor making too much sound, I'd like to think people would go out of their way and try to talk to their neighbor, and usually I think most people would be reasonable.
I really am not a big fan of it. I think it's I don't see how that's going to go over well with a lot of the residents of La Crosse, especially this being a college town.
Scherf says it's not about giving more tickets, but helping draw a clearer line when it comes to acceptable noise levels.
This allows the officer to make reasonable judgment calls in order to educate people who may be making just too much noise at inappropriate hours.
Details of the proposal may change after committee review, including that 10 p.m. to 10 a.m. time range. The council will vote on that in April.
All right, thanks so much, Madeline. Last year, the police department responded to a little over 1,000 noise complaints in the city and gave out about 260 citations.